Welcome back. We are still continuing with the logarithm. Now here we are going to look at another thing, which is when they say show that this one equals the other one. So they wanted to prove something is correct. But before we go to that, there is something also which if they give you a simultaneous equation, like they want you to solve a simultaneous equation, so what do? Like for that case, if they have said log of x, which is we say xy base 25. If they give you a equation like this, they say equals 4 power a half as the first equation, and also they say the second equation is log of x base 5 out of log of x base 5 out of log of y base 5 equals -10 as equation 2. So when they give you those two equations and they say they want you to solve them and get the values of x and y, what we do, we are going to first begin with the first equation. Now for the first equation, they are saying that log of xy base 25 equals 4 power a half. So what we are going to do, we are going to express this one in terms of improper fraction. No, not improper fraction, since it is 4 power a half, so we can deal with it. We know that power half, we said it is the same as a square root of something. So we get the square root of 4. So this one would be log of xy base 25 equals the square root of 4, which is a 2. So now we introduce the other law, which we said that when we have something like this one becomes the first here to be written, then the one which was initially here becomes the power, which becomes xy equals 25 power 2. So that is what we get. So for this case, xy will be equal to, when you get 25 squared is the same as saying 1, 2, 5. So when we square the 25, we get 125. Call this one equation A. So after getting equation A, we go now to the second equation which they gave us, that they said log of x base 5 out of log of y base 5 equals -10. So now for this equation, we say that if we have logarithm of the same bases, what we do, we subtract the log. So this one would be the log of, because it is base 5, of x minus y equals -10. So now for this case, we introduce now the other law which we introduced on the other one. So it becomes x minus y equals 5 -10. So that is what we get. But also we know in indices that if we have something like this, something of power negative something, that one is just the inverse of the other, of the power. So this one can be written as x minus y equals, inverse is written as 1 out of the power, which is 5 power 10. So this one is the same as this, just the inverse. So here this one is now the same as saying x minus y equals 1 out of 5 power 10. So this one, we call it equation 2. So after getting this one, what we do, we express it in terms of x or y. So if we express it in terms of x, it is 1 out of 5 power 10, then plus the y by taking y the other side. So by getting this one, we can put in this equation. We can either put in this equation and get the values. So that means x, they said x, y equals 125. So we have something like this. We are putting in the value of x, which we have got here. It is 1 out of 5 power 10 equals, which is plus a y. Then this one times a y equals 125. So that is what we get after substituting. So then we have to multiply this one times everything which is here. So this one becomes 1 out of 5 power 10 y. Then plus the y squared equals 125. So that's what we get here. So after getting that one, this is the quadratic equation, which is y squared plus 1 out of 5 power 10. Then y, then here this one comes this side, which is minus 125 equals 0. So that is the equation which we get. But this one, you can solve it also and get the values of x and y. After getting y here, assuming y is 10, so substitute it in this equation and get the x. So from there, after substituting, you have that the values of x and y which they wanted us to get. After getting that one, we go to the other one. We said we can get also questions about showing that or proving something is the one. So we begin with this question. We begin with this question, like they say, show that we are showing that if a equals log of 2 base 10. If a equals log of 2 base 10, then also they are saying that show that log of 8, log of 5 base 8 equals 1 minus a out of 3a. Now they want you to show that log of 5 base 8 equals 1 minus a out of 3a. So how do we deal with that? The first thing is to see what they have given you. They are saying that a is the log of 2 base 10. Then for that case, we are going to deal with this one first. So we say log of 5 base 8 is the same as what? So you have to express this one so that you can come out with something like this. So that means in simple terms, they are expressing it in terms of base 10. So when you are expressing this one in terms of base 10, we said when you are changing something from one base to the other, we divide. So we first write the first one, which is log of 5 base 10, then divide by, the other one becomes log of 8 base 10. So that's how we change it. So, but we need to get something in form of log of 2 base 10. So now we have to deal now with these ones. We see how we can get that thing. So we say here log of, so we see how can we express that 5 so that we can come out with a 2. So this 5 can be expressed like, if we get, like, if we say it is 3 3 plus a 2. Then here becomes base 10. Here means that we want to see how can we change this one so that you can come out with the A. So for that case, so we are changing it like that. We are going to see how can we come out with something like that in order for us we can get what we need. So this one becomes log of base 10, 3, and we said when it is a multiplication, so here we have gone with only log of 5 base 10. So how we said that when we are adding, we multiply. So it becomes times log of base 10, 2. So, but also, since we don't have the 3 in our equation, so we must see also the way how we can deal with that 3 so that we can get what we need. Like here we are seeing that we have 1, we know 1 is given, when we have to get 1 out of log, is same as log of 10 base 10. So also that one must be taken note of. So that means what we are going to do before reaching on this step, expressing the 5, this one would be the same as just saying log of 10, which is base 10. Then this one becomes, here you can say it is 10. Then remember, want to deal out with something. So here it is a subtraction. So we are going to see how can we deal with that subtraction so that we can come out with what we need. So we said for us to have a subtraction, we must divide something. So that means here we're going to divide by the 2, so that we can come out with a 5. So this result must give you that 5. So now this one now will become as which will be 5. So if you express this one so that you can expand it, it will be log of base 10, then which is a minus log of 2 base 10. So we are seeing that we have expressed it in terms of base 10, and here we have a 2 and here we have a 10. So this one is the same as saying 1 minus the value of log 2, which is A. So that is the same as log of 5 base 10. I think the first part we have got it. So we go to the denominator. So for the denominator, they have said it is log of 8 base 10. So for this case, we have to change this one so that we can come out with something like a 3a. A 3a, that means we have to deal with something like that. So what we do here, we are going to express this 8 in terms of 2 by factorizing it. So 8 is same as saying when you divide it by 2, get a 4. When divided by 2, you get a 2. And when divided by 2, you get a 1. So when you express 8 in terms of 2, it is 2 power 3. So for this case, for log of 8 base 10, this one will be log of 2 power 3, which is base 10. So we take this one, this side as the way we say, which is 3 log of 2 base 10, and of which the value of this one they gave us which is A. So this one becomes 3A. So for the result, when we are getting log of 5, 8, which is we say that it's log of 5 base 10 out of log of 5 of 8 base 10. So we put in the values which we have got. This one we said it is 1 minus A out of 3A, which is log of 5 base 8, which they said we get, then you say as required. So that's the way how we can deal with that, so that we come out with what we need.